Hey there, everyone. That sexy nerd is coming at you again. And we're watching Think Stories thing on the promo for episode 6. I'm sorry I said episode 5 in the last video, but I felt like I had to give this to you because a lot of people watching it. A lot of people are still watching it, which thank you again from the bottom of my heart. So I want to see if there's things that I missed because he's going to go over a lot of stuff. He's able to analyze these things very well. And see, I'd probably be doing stuff like this, but I don't know if I'm good at it, but I don't know. Let me know if you want me to analyze these things. Speaking of which, I may have a problem to all of you watching at home, watching my videos and everything. I might not be able to film the rest of the episodes of House of the Dragon because YouTube is having a gay old time taking away my content. So I'm going to try and see. Let me know if you guys want me to do reviews of them. I'm probably going to still do reactions of them. Maybe just cut them down even shorter. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to keep reacting to these videos, I mean, regardless of what y'all say, I probably might still do it, but I'm going to make certain arrangements. So we'll see what those are in the future. So with that being said, please like and subscribe if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And let's do this thing, y'all.
Well, I'm still nursing a hangover from that very memorable wedding feast, but nothing will stop me from taking a look at next week's preview breakdown, which sees a ton of new characters and the series' largest time jump to date.
No one told you to drink, motherfucker.
This is a spoiler-filled video, so if you don't want to know what's going on, leave the video on mute so I can still get that sweet, sweet watch time. As always, I've left a link to the trailer in the description, but please come back, I am very lonely.
What I'm hoping is, I hope that he goes over what that dragon is burning. Is he burning another dragon? Because it looked like it was another dragon, but I don't even see why fire would work on other dragons, but I guess they're going to answer that question here.
We open on Daemon Targaryen's dragon, Caraxes. This looks to be somewhere along the Narrow Sea, perhaps closer to Dragonstone or Driftmark, as we'll see the prince very close with Laena Velaryon. The two shared a flirty dance last episode, but 10 years have since passed and a lot has changed. Daemon is now married to Laena. Laena was betrothed to a Sea Lord of Braavos, and in the book, Daemon actually ends up killing this man in a duel and taking Laena as his wife. But considering the time jump, this is an event we'll likely not see in the show. Let's go over this new makeup of the small council. At the head, of course, we have the king, who has managed to defy death but not losing his hair. This dude really has seen better days, and I pray for Alicent he stopped those late night booty calls. The king's hand is still Sir Lionel Strong, and both Rhaenyra and Alicent have spots at the table, something that's not in the book. They even have their own marble balls, Rhaenyra's black and Alicent's green. We'll see those two colors come up a lot. We have a new Grand Maester, Orwyle, who we saw briefly last episode and has taken over Grand Maester Mellos's job after his passing. It's difficult to make out, but it seems Tywin Lannister is still Master of Ships and Lyman Beesbury Master of Coin. But who is this to the right of Rhaenyra? If we go by the book and use process of elimination, it would have to be Sir Jasper Wilde, the new Master of Laws. However, we do know the show can vary wildly from the book. Daemon has apparently left the Stepstones undefended. It's still a volatile region, with Triarchy forces often attempting to take back land claimed by Daemon during the War for the Stepstones. Alicent and Rhaenyra also still seem to hate each other's guts. You can see her wearing green here, which Lara said is the Hightower color for going to war. I wonder if Alicent has confronted Rhaenyra about her hookup with Sir Criston, or if she's let that fester for all these years. In voiceover, we hear Lara Strong proclaim, "What are children but a weakness?" as we get our first look at Aemon Targaryen, Alicent and Viserys' third child. Now, I made this family tree before the season started, and now that we're getting to see more of these characters, I'll start to update some of these photos, so bear with me. Aemon stumbles upon a dragon who may be either Dreamfire or Vermithor. Perhaps we're somewhere in the depths of the Dragon Pit, as Aemond will have grown up in King's Landing. In one of the other trailers, we see Aemond on a beach claiming Vhagar. Vhagar, but it's unclear whether that will be in this episode or down the line. Currently, Vhagar is ridden by Laena. However, during the birth of her third child, who comes out twisted and malformed and dies within the hour, she contracts a fever and dies. In the first trailer, we see a funeral at Driftmark. I wonder if this is for either Laena or Laenor. Notably absent in this trailer is Laenor. In the book, he's murdered in Spicetown, so it'll be interesting if the show starts with him already dead, or if we'll see this play out. Daemon and Laena have twin daughters, Baela and Rhaena, one of whom we see here. In the courtyard, a teenage Aegon II, Viserys and Alicent's eldest son, knocks down one of Rhaenyra's kids, likely Jacaerys, her eldest. Just like Alicent and Rhaenyra hate each other, so do their children hate each other. It leads to a bitter rivalry which the king just laughs off. Notice how even the children wear green and black tunics. Overseeing this sparring match is Sir Harwin Strong, who is believed to be the real father of Rhaenyra's 3 children. This is due in large part to Rhaenyra's kids not having the trademark silver hair. There are some other features, but I won't go into too much detail. Harwin's got to know this kid is his, but he can't really step in and do anything about it, which is an interesting dynamic. And what the heck is this weird chair the king is in? Notice he's not standing. Perhaps his illness is making it difficult for him to stand for long periods of time. Here's a heated egg. I wonder if this is in preparation for Laena's child. Remember in episode 2 that Daemon stole an egg from the dragon pit to put in the crib for Mysaria's non-existent child. We'll later see either Baela or Rhaena hold an egg near the fire. This is a much better shot of Aegon II with Alicent's voiceover saying that he will be king. At this time, Rhaenyra is still set to be heir, but it looks as though the queen has committed to doing whatever it takes to get Rhaenyra off that throne. A quick shot of Laena and Daemon. We'll later see the two riding their dragons side by side, and just take a look how absolutely massive Vhagar is here. Currently the oldest and largest living dragon. I've heard some people say this dragon is Sunfire, but the fact we later see him being commanded by Jacaerys leads me to believe it's Vermax who he'll eventually ride. Here's Jacaerys and Rhaenyra holding a baby. In the book, there's only a 3-year age difference between Rhaenyra's eldest and youngest from her first marriage. It's my guess that this baby is her third child, Joffrey, named after Laenor insisted the child be named after his former lover, Joffrey Lonmouth. Here we see a concerned Lionel and some intrigue around a father being concerned about the acts of the son. Considering we see Harwin here, it's implied that this is referring to Rhaenyra's children being his. And here's old Viserys sitting down once again, giving me the same look my grandpa did when I tried to explain what twerking was. Here we have Harwin going to town on Sir Criston Cole, with Aegon, Aemon, Jacaerys, and Lucerys watching in the background. With Harwin firmly on Team Rhaenyra and Criston Team Alicent, something has obviously pissed Harwin off. Maybe Criston made a snide comment about Rhaenyra or Harwin being the father of her children. In the book, there is mention of a brawl occurring after Aemon calls Rhaenyra's sons Strongs. The result of this brawl is Harwin being removed as Princess Rhaenyra's champion by King Viserys. Maybe this scene is some sort of adaptation of that, and Criston would obviously be protecting Aemond. And here's Viserys in front of that damned model city as Alicent tells her husband to have 3 children look nothing like their father. It's an insult. It seems the main drive of this episode will be centered around this rumor that Rhaenyra has been sleeping around with Harwin and that her children are his. There are 3 random shots that don't give away too much, like Rhaenyra holding Joffrey, Alicent having a drink after a long day of trying to destroy her former bestie, and Larys, who you gotta keep your eyes on.
Yes,
He's
you
always
do.
Up to no good. Here's a shot.
Like I said in the episode reaction, basically Larys Strong is Littlefinger. He's kind of a combination of Littlefinger and Varys because he's a lot more patient and I want to say unsuspecting because he has some sort of disability or some sort of weakness. Like, his club foot, which is very similar to Varys's missing equipment, if you want to say it that way. And, Baelish didn't have any of this, but, since he's technically working for the bad guys, I consider him a mix of Varys and Baelish.
of someone who kind of looks like Lionel, but this dude's got some hair up top. It's not looking good for him, and on the top right we see some guards approaching. Looks like this guy might be getting something chopped off, and in Game of Thrones that's never a good thing. Here we see the aftermath of some sort of fire or explosion. There's a dead body being carried on a stretcher, and behind them someone with a bucket of water rushing past. For those of you who have read the book, there is one particularly famous fire that occurs at Harrenhal, in which both Lionel Strong and Harwin are burned alive. Perhaps this is that event, and there is a brief image from one of the previous trailers that shows someone, possibly Harwin, burning in this fire. Jacaerys takes after his mother, saying the word Dracarys, ordering his dragon to roast some goat. There seems to be no shortage of fire this episode, and a lot to look forward to, including our first taste of Olivia Cook and Emma Darcy as Alicent and Rhaenyra.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I everything is coming together so well. I'm so excited for this episode. I mean, damn you, George R. R. Martin, you beautiful genius bastard. Finish the box! Oh! Yes, I know I have a lot of rage. So, yeah, I mean, he broke it down a lot more easier for you guys who haven't read this book. Way better than I could break it down. Because, again, I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen in the show. I'm in the dark as everyone, and I can't theorize like these people can. Maybe I can. I haven't really tried, but as far as I know, I don't think I can. But who knows? Maybe it might be a little vision for the future. I don't know if they're going to give... I always figured that, like, since there's going to be 10 episodes and all this crap is already happening, shouldn't Harwin Strong, like, shouldn't we have one more episode with Harwin Strong? But who the hell knows? I mean, who the hell's going to advise Viserys if his Hand of the King and his son both get caught in this fire? And what's Larys going to think? Is he going to be like, oh, my father and brother are dead, now nobody can hold me back? I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he's part of the family a little bit. But I'm sure if they have all three of them together, I'm sure they do that. Because he was hanging out with his brother, which is really cool. I just don't know how he's going to feel about the fire. Because he's smart enough to know that it was probably sabotage or, that they were murdered. I can't wait for the show this episode to come out. And what's going to happen in season 2? Again, they're going to hit us with something really, really hard-hitting for the season finale. Oh, man. But anyway, I'm going to do New Rockstars next on episode 5. Or maybe I'll do it before. Maybe I'll release this after. Who the hell knows? We'll see what happens. But please like and subscribe if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And I'll see you on the next video.